If you're looking forward to the new game and you enjoy this video as it goes on, then feel free to slap a like on it, and of course subscribe if you are new to the channel. But we're going to start off with the main piece of news, and this is that there could be an entirely new game mode on FIFA 19, and it's called Last Man Standing. This has been all over the gaff on social media, lots of people talking about it, because it seems as if it's going to be an entirely different thing to what FIFA traditionally has ever seen before, that it is something similar to what we've seen on FIFA Street before. Now it basically is what it says on the tin. It is Last Man Standing. So every time you score a goal, you will lose one player, and the player that scored that goal will be removed from the pitch. Every time your opponent scores a goal, they will have a player removed, and so on and so forth until one player has nobody left, and the team with no players left at the end is the one that wins the game. That apparently, as a game mode or a game type, is going to be coming to FIFA 19. Personally, I actually quite like it. A lot of people have been saying it's not what EA should be focusing on. They should be focusing on making the existing game modes a lot better. I hear that, but there shouldn't be a reason why they can't do both, where they can't put resources into something that's actually very enjoyable, which this would be. I think this would be really great fun. And on top of that, also making sure the existing game modes are good. You know, some of these game modes, right, that we talk about, like career mode and pro clubs, only need one or two fundamental things to change within them, and then a couple of other small things on top of that per year to improve them exponentially. There's no reason why EA can't do that and also work on something like this as well. It's only going to be the same as when skill games were implemented. I can't imagine it's a huge thing for the game, though it does sound very fun. But I do understand people's concerns. I do get why people are now sort of scared that the existing game modes won't change. We had this with the Journey, and it saw a limited change in career mode, but I'm hoping EA can pull through and actually do both. So I can understand both sides of the coin. I can understand why it might be perceived negatively, but also it seems like it's going to be very good entertainment and very good fun, and for me personally and a lot of other YouTubers, it might be some fresh new content that we can actually upload to the channel and have some really good fun with and do some collabs and stuff like that. So I don't know, let me know what you guys think about this potential new game mode down in the comment section below. I'd love to get your thoughts and opinions on that. But you can see in the background, you know, sort of a mashup of a menu and how it was on FIFA Street, because there was a similar thing to this on old FIFA Street games as well. And you can see there where it says Classic Match, next to that, you can see there's something called House Rules. And this goes along with this concept, and I think it might be basically that House Rules is basically a mini game-esque game mode where this survival mode or last man standing mode is homed or housed even, because you can see that in its description that you can change lots of different rules within a game that you play. So I feel like this last man standing mode might just be one of the House Rules game modes that you can have, or one of the House Rules settings that you can have within this new kickoff game mode or whatever. So that'll be very interesting to see if that is the case. There should be more news, I imagine, released on that in the coming weeks if that is actually a thing. But House Rules, I believe, was part of the leaked the actual leaked screenshot that we saw of the kickoff menu, so I think it is actually a thing. So if we're going to see Last Man Standing, you might see some different types of mini games and different types of football matches as well on top of that included in FIFA 19, if that makes sense. So on top of potential new game modes and potential new game types, we've also got the Chinese Super League is pretty much 95% confirmed for FIFA 19. Obviously, before we'd seen that EA had gone to take pictures of the Hulk over in China and get sort of face scans for him, and I sort of questioned whether that would mean directly that we were going to get the Chinese Super League. In fairness, quite a few of you pointing out in the comment section that if it wasn't going to lead to that, then why would he have been wearing the kit of the team that he plays for over in China? They would have just got his face and they wouldn't have bothered with the kit, which is a very good shout actually, and clearly it does mean that we are going to be getting the Chinese Super League on FIFA 19, because as you can see in the background, we've got a little bit of, I think it's a PlayStation talk going on in China, where they basically released the information that Chinese Super League and the clubs are going to be licensed on the game in the background during this press conference or presentation. And you can also see another screenshot here, which again lists all the clubs in the Chinese Super League and that they will in fact be in FIFA 19. Once again, I'd love to hear your thoughts on that one down in the comment section below. Personally, again, as I mentioned before, I think it is a very good addition. You know, it's one of the rising leagues because of the amount of money that's going through it and being pumped through that division at the moment. And also on top of that, there's some very good players over in that league as well. Obviously Hulk, who we mentioned, the likes of Demba Ba, Alex Teixeira, Yannick Ferreira Carrasco, Nico Gaitan playing over there at the moment. There's plenty of players that you will know from European leagues that are doing very well and playing over there that will now be able to see in Ultimate Team and for sure in career mode as well. On the flip side, however, you know, a lot of players in that league also are very low rated, so will it have a bit of an impact on the balance or the imbalance, if you like, of Ultimate Team where there's too many bronze players, because it will introduce a lot of bronzes in comparison to what we had before. So it works both ways, again, like the game modes we talked about earlier. Overall though, I think it is a good thing. You can't have too many leagues realistically in FIFA. Hopefully EA can now go and try and get some more European leagues. I know there's a lot of European leagues already, but like the leagues like the Croatian League, which just need to be on FIFA, hopefully we can see them and maybe some other leagues from around the world as well, the likes of Africa, etc. Now on top of that, we've also got some news about stadiums and licensing and all that jazz, because obviously PES lost the licensing to the Champions League and Europa League, which is a shame for them, but obviously it's huge for FIFA. You know, that is pretty much one of PES's main marketing tools, apart from the fact that it's probably a little bit more realistic in terms of game faces and stuff. But the Champions League and Europa League was a huge thing for PES, which is why I made the comment of the fact that PES might be going downhill a little bit now, because the casual player is going to look at FIFA and look at PES and be like, oh my god, they've got the Champions League as well. I don't know, PES is still a very good game, but I think the newcomer to football titles might now choose FIFA over PES. We'll see. But as a result of that, PES have been going out and getting every single license they can possibly get, including I think the Scottish League and also Scottish divisions below that. I think, I'm not entirely sure. They've definitely got licensing though, or official licensing and partnership with Celtic. So you will not be seeing Celtic Park on FIFA, because that's going to be on PES and it's an official license like we had with Borussia Dortmund and also Barcelona as well. Camp Nou still isn't going to be on FIFA, I imagine. You'll still only get that on PES. And on top of that, you'll also not be seeing the stadium for Ajax on FIFA 19, I doubt, because once again, a licensing agreement has been reached there. So you'll, I assume, exclusively only get the Ajax stadium on PES rather than FIFA. That is definitely the case for Celtic Park. Haven't really heard about Ajax's stadium, but I assume it is going to be the exact same. So those two stadiums and official rights and all that will be on PES, not FIFA. But obviously, the official rights for Ajax's team and Celtic's team will still be on FIFA, so they won't be like made-up players or anything like that. And finally, we've got these new stadium poster things as well. It's something that was included in the original trailer, actually, with Cristiano Ronaldo, and there was also one for another player that I'll get onto in a moment, but I didn't know if it was just a rendered thing. Apparently, it is actually something that's in the game and you'll see around the stadiums on the game, because there's a leaked screenshot of one of Neymar at Paris Saint-Germain that you'll see at PSG Stadium. So obviously the Cristiano Ronaldo one won't be at Real Stadium anymore, it won't be at the Bernabeu, it'll obviously be at Juventus Stadium, and obviously it will be Ronaldo in a Juventus top. But seemingly there are these posters for the main players and also past heroes of each team that are scattered around on different stadiums and that give it a little bit more personality and life. As you can see here, Juventus have also got one for Alessandro Del Piero as well, which I find very interesting. He's obviously an icon on FIFA at the moment, so we could actually see icons being put into like gameplay stadiums and on career mode as well, because they obviously EA have the licensing for them, but because they were past heroes of each team. So for example, you might see Gary Lineker at Tottenham Stadium, like a poster of him or what, I don't know why I chose him. But you know what I'm trying to say. Old heroes and old legends for each side get their own posters as well, and just again to give it more life and a little bit more personality, which I quite like as well, on top of the current heroes like Ronaldo, Neymar, Messi, etc, etc. But I think that is pretty much everything covered in this video. Potential new game modes, including Last Man Standing and potentially other rules as well in the house rules section on the new kickoff. Once again, feel free to let me know how you think those are going to go down in the community, down in the comments section below. On top of that, it looks like the Chinese Super League is definitely confirmed for FIFA, and we've got a little bit more licensing and other sort of news going on as well. FIFA 19, is it going to be a good game or is it going to die early like recent FIFAs? We'll have to wait and see, but at the moment it's looking relatively promising. I'm still waiting for that blockbuster career mode news though, personally.